So my name is Jacqueline. I have been a part of the pro-youth movement since its inception about a year ago. And I've been involved with the community for many years in regards to youth violence issues. And so because I was born and raised in a neighborhood and identified as one of those troubled youth, I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be changed. But as I've grown up, I've also been able to see that families need attention and our neighborhoods need more attention. And that the way that the city has chosen to respond to our youth and gang issues hasn't been the most effective because it hasn't involved the community. So I've been a part of the pro-youth movement to be able to mobilize the neighborhoods and to be able to really come up with a message that our community needs. And hopefully with the understanding that the city would be able to adapt some of those changes to really impact our positively impact our neighborhoods.
Do you have any contact info you'd like to give out?
Of course. Contact information. Usually people get a hold of me through my personal contact information. That's jacquelineinda@gmail.com, which would be jacquelineinda@gmail.com. And I work with several different organizations in town, but really my message is getting the community together, coming up with positive solutions, and trying to address issues that our neighborhoods can see that can actually try to solve some of our own neighborhood issues by community members, instead of the way that the city has approached it, which is creating system organization by agencies and not really listening to what the communities or the families need.
Can you give an example of how it might be a difference if they consult the community?
Well, a clear example of it is being able to provide services for families when a crisis happens. For a crisis, for example, would be if a police officer comes in to arrest your child, no matter what the age, there's a crisis in that home. And usually people don't address the family as a family unit. They look at the person as an individual. So they'll come in and they'll arrest the person, they'll provide services or intervention for that person without looking at the chaos and all of the physical, emotional dramas that are happening within that household and how the little ones in those houses are also affected. So if you sit down and you listen to the families and you feel the pain that they're going through and you ask them how could things be different, one of the things that they'll clearly let you know is, you know what, I don't know how the system works. I'd like to be able to advocate for my child, for my home, but we don't know what is out there. And we don't have somebody to guide us through that system. So if you address the one simple issue of going in, connecting with law enforcement, creating a coalition where you're providing that emergency response to de-escalate crisis, and then connecting with an advocate to be able to help them guide through the system, imagine the kind of impact, the positive impact that you have to all of the younger children in that home.